every tear from their eyes, and death shall be no more. Neither shall there be mourning, nor crying, nor pain anymore, for the former things have passed away. Revelation 21 verse 4. It says, He will wipe away every tear from their eyes, and death shall be no more. Neither shall there be mourning, nor crying, nor pain anymore, for the former things have passed away. This morning is a reminder to remember that there's God. In whatever we do, whatever we say, let the words of our mouths and the meditations of our hearts be acceptable unto God. Whatever your religion might be, we all know that there is a God, right, who sits on the throne. And the day will come when death shall be no more, when He will wipe every tear from their eyes. There shall be no mourning and no pain anymore. It's on OK Morning Watch this morning. I'm not preaching though. Wherever you are this morning, I want to say welcome to the OK Morning Watch. It's on the Friday's edition, and as a matter of fact, as usual, is Marka and Fatu Kamara presentation. We're here up to 10 o'clock this morning. What's coming up shortly, we will go for commercials and be right back. After that, we go for the facts check from local voices. After that, we come back and talk some important issues, pertinent issues in and around Liberia. And then take our first guest at 8 o'clock, and the next at 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, we walk out of the studio. Go about doing your daily routine today, I want you to remember, not of us to remember, that the race is not to the swift, nor the battle to the strong, nor does food come to the wise, or wealth to the brilliant, or favor to the learned, but time and chance happen to them all. There is time for everything. And one day your chance will come. Your time will come. And just because you're first, it doesn't make you the best. 10 minutes past 7 o'clock. And I thought to motivate us this morning. So much is going on. Like the world is turning. We have to keep going, get going. It is not the end until it is the end. One day for the feel you rain with the sun. One day for the feel you rain with the sun. Some still waiting. Marka Davis, who is on his way. We go for this break, take the commercials. And then when we come back, we go for the fact check from local voices. Let's go for the commercials and be back.
Yes, it's Marie Manga. Have you heard about the one and only Marie Manga herbal supplement? Marie Manga is a Liberian-made herbal supplement. It helps to boost the human immune system to fight against cancer, pressure, and many other sicknesses. Meanwhile, people that used to sell the Marie Manga herbal supplement in Bon, Nimba, and Lofa County have finally settled down in Monserrado and its surrounding. The Marie Manga Hot Tea Supplement is available now in the following office stations: Bona Farm, opposite Mankumba Benu Tissue Factory, King Johnson Road and Clay Street intersection towards OES Transport Building. Kakata, Mangibi Kante, Bassa Community around the radio station. Ganta City, Glelu Community around the People Street, YMCA Junction. Kample City, Nimba Kante, Broad Street, opposite Facebook, Vonjama City, Lofa Kante. Yes, it's Marie Manga. Marie Manga Hot Tea Supplement is a registered supplement with the Liberia Medicine and Health Product Regulatory Authority, LMHRA. For more information about the Marie Manga Hot Tea Supplement, contact us on the following numbers: 0888 8567 76, 0777 444 591, and 0775 4995 49. Yes, it's Marie Manga, Liberia own Herbert Supplement.
In your sickness,
our help, our life is in noise to make it better. Let's work together.
My people, you're hello. My name is Dr. Catherine Thomas Cooper. I'm the Chief Medical Officer of Liberia. I got good news for everyone. The government and the partners last year started to give malaria vaccine in 6 counties in Liberia in the southeast. We are now ready to carry the vaccine to the remaining 9 counties. My people, the malaria vaccine will be given to children from 5 months all the way up to 2 years. Our children will take the vaccine 4 different times to help reduce malaria from catching them fast and for them not to get sick with malaria. The vaccine is safe, available and free. No paying money for it. So let us carry our children to the clinic or the hospital for the malaria vaccine. When we carry our children to the clinic or hospital, the doctor people will tell you more about the malaria vaccine. My people, even when your children taking the malaria vaccine, we must always make sure that they sleep under the mosquito net everywhere and every night. Let us also remind you that when our children are taken to the clinic, we must make sure that we carry our baby vaccine card. Carry your 5-month-old children and your children less than 2 years old to the clinic or the hospital for malaria vaccine. The vaccine is safe, available and free. No paying money. This is a message from the Ministry of Health and her partner.
And together we can have a healthy family and have a healthy life and be very happy. At home, let's follow the doctor's advice. This is the only way we can make it better for us in our family and our country. Our help, our life is in our hands to make it better. Let's work together.
My people, your hello.
Hello, Mr. Chairman.
Tapla, why is the news today again?
Well, the news is that the AFL is getting ready to recruit qualified and interested Liberians to join the army early 2026.
Che, thank God, we have been waiting so long for this time, Tapla. Let me call my children Krubo and Wimanga, yeah?
But wait, the AFL is not just taking anybody.
Why you me again?
Chebo, the recruitment process is free, no money business. You have to be a Liberian citizen from 18 to 35 years, be a high school graduate or college student, and must have your WAEC certificate. The AFL people say, no WAEC certificate, no Johnny AFL, yeah? You must be physically and mentally fit. It means be well and strong, yeah? You must not get bad human rights record, criminal record, or other bad behaviors. The AFL people say they will check for all I want to.
So, Tapla, all the things you talk, that all?
No, To prove your citizenship, the AFL people say you must bring your national ID card, voters registration card, Liberian passport, birth certificate, or certificate of naturalization. That one there, that the people who were not Liberian citizens, but they say they won't be citizen for Liberia, they get the document from the court. 2 passports have photos, white background, health certificate from any recognized health center. But it has to be within the last 3 months of your application, yeah? Any other relevant document you get, AFL people say bring a vocational certificate or diploma. Can't we?
Wow. Then it means my children, Krubo and Wimonga, are qualified, yeah? But where will these children go to apply now?
Chebo, the recruitment exercise will take place in 4 regions. The central region, that Monserrado, Crane-Bassa, and Magibi counties. The recruitment center will be located in Monrovia, Monserrado County. Then the western region, Crane Cape Mount, Bomi, and Bapolu County. The recruitment center will be in Tottenberg, Bomi County. Northern region, the Lofa, Bong, and Nimba counties. The recruitment center will be in Banga, Bong County. Then in the southeastern region, the Grand Jide, River G, Maryland, Grand Cru, River Cess, and Sino counties, yeah? Because the counties plenty over there, we will have 2 recruitment centers. One in Zedru, Grand Jide County, and the other one will be in Harper, Maryland County.
But Tablao, you are my friend and brother, and you are a big man in the AFL. So I will recommend my children to you so you can help them enter the AFL.
Whoa, Chebo, I want too big. AFL people say no recommendation, yeah? In fact, AFL people say you must be careful with any AFL soldier or civilian who tell you, say, give me money so I can help you to join the AFL. That one there, pa, that lie. AFL people say, whether you AFL big man or small man, if you recommend anyone, they will sack you from the AFL and disqualify that person, yeah? The high command of the AFL assures the public that the recruitment process will be strictly based on merit, yeah?
A message from the Armed Forces of Liberia.
Attention listeners, this is an official message to the street and everyone tuned across the city. In every business, trust is everything, and when someone breaks that trust, the whole world hears about it. Today we bring you news of a man who turned his back on a very team that built him up. A man who took from the business, then tried to walk away like nobody would notice, and that is called betraying a business. Mr. Oyenti Denny Hoskin. This individual broke the code of loyalty and violated the trust that kept our business straight. After receiving support, opportunity, and investment, he chose to betray the business and the CEO. Trust was broken, agreement were annulled, the business was put at risk, loyalty was exchanged for selfish gain, racked up to $1 million plus USD debt for personal issues. He stole business cash into his pocket. This man named Oyenti Denny Hoskin was entrusted with a company, bought unpaid staff, created fake employees to steal funds, took multiple credit cards in company name, stole from employees and the company owner. The public is warned to not do business with Oyenti Denny Hoskin until further notice. This is a public notice. A violation of trust has occurred.
I say, my people, First National Savings and Loans Liberia not do it again. Oh, I say, my people, y'all listen. First National Savings and Loan Liberia not do it again. Oh,
but when I come, why you shouting all around the place like you not find bank manager well so?
Namo, even if I find bank manager well, I would be very happy.
Like how now?
Because all the things that the First National Savings and Loans Liberia doing, it will really take away our stress.
In what way it will take away your stress?
Look, Namo, if you're looking for a good place to save your money you suffer for, or you want your money to receive good interest over a period of time, then go to the First National Savings and Loans Liberia. At First National Savings and Loans Liberia, you can open savings account, current account, church savings, SUSU savings, and mobile banking. You will get account SMS alerts right away, meaning as soon you save the money, you will get message on your phone right away that you not save the money.
So Goku, the way you not do all the fancy then so what should do now if I want to open my own account?
Namo, when it comes to opening a saving account for church, school, and organization, you can call them and they can open the account for you right to your own house, school, church, or organization. If you want to pay your children's school fees, you can also do it when you call them too. Try to join them to make things easy for yourself.
I really missing good in you.
Also, First National Savings and Loans Liberia can offer you different ways to do what the poor people call fixed deposit, or to keep your money starting from 13% per annual, meaning per year, for Liberian dollars deposit, and 10.25% per annual, meaning also per year for United States dollars deposit, for what the poor people call fixed deposit. First National Savings and Loans Liberia. We are located on 10th Street, Sinker. Better still, you can call us on 0779 206 231 or 0886 027 466, and we will come to you. First National Savings and Loan Liberia is a microfinance deposit taking institution. At First National Savings and Loans Liberia, we put you and your business first.
Are you looking for the sweetest, purest, and most natural honey in Liberia? Then look no further than Gabriel C. Gwen Natural Honey, produced right in the heart of Neighbor County. No chemicals, no additives, just real natural honey straight from the hive to your table. It's the taste of nature. Once you try it, you will never go back. Want to start your own honey farm and see results in less than 6 months? Then contact Gabriel C. Gwen today. Call 0776 596 623 or 0886 596 623. Gabriel C. Gwen Natural Honey can be found on Link Street in Omen Shop, right opposite the Ministry of Public Works. Gabriel C. Gwen Natural Honey. Taste it and be the judge.
So we want to say welcome back after that short commercial break. Marka David is already here. Marka, good morning.
Yes, good morning, Fatu. Good morning, and to all of our followers this morning, it's great to join you. Yes, thank you for starting the ball rolling.
Are you a brand ambassador?
No, I'm not a brand ambassador. I'm passionate about women's health.
Okay.
So I actually wore this shirt to promote the ongoing fistula surgical outreach campaign.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So
that's great.
People with this condition, they can go to Phoebe and get surgery. Yes, and get safe from that condition. And also beginning December 1 to 6, they can go to the Tubman Hospital in Bomi County and also get surgery and get safe from that condition. I think it's a good initiative by the Ministry of Health, being supported by ECOWAS. As you can see, the ECOWAS logo also on the shirt, UNFPA and other partners. So I think it is important that we sometimes promote these things, because there are people or women who are suffering in silence. They're not able to speak out because of this condition. We believe that they should be able to get help, and thanks to the Minister of Health and her team, as well as partners who are making this possible. I think they are targeting around a little over 50 persons.
Yeah, I read the story. They said 50.
Yes, so that at least they can be able to be free. Yeah,
that's wonderful.
Yeah.
I think we can go and see some of those watching the broadcast this morning, watching the live video.
Yes, sure. We can go ahead to recognize those of you who have joined us online on OK TV following the OK Morning Rush this morning. And I'd like to say thanks to all of you who are following the show this morning. Let's begin with Leo Dolo, who is watching from Congo Town here in Monrovia. Musa A.S. Fofana is also watching the live. John B. Moba following the show this morning. He says he's watching from the Baptist Seminary on the RRA Highway. Daniel Tante, as usual, is also following the show from Thinkers Village, also in Pinsville. Prince Core, one of our regular followers, is also with us this morning. He said he's following from Grand Cru County District 1, Wedabo, Jadu Kent. Yes, I love all the Kents in the southeast. Yes. Amadou Dagosa Jr. is following from Clarendon this morning. Emmanuel Bala also following from, he said, Dallas, Texas. Honorable George S. Watkins Jr.
Emmanuel Bala, our correspondent.
Different Bala, yo. Different. Yeah, I think this is different Emmanuel Bala. Yes. Even though our Bon County correspondent is Emmanuel Bala, but this is Emmanuel Bala from Dallas, Texas. George Watkins is following. Henry Tito Senior following from Caldwell this morning. O.P. Johnson is also watching the live. Seth S. Kelbe also following. Prince Tamba Yuma from Fendel, thanks for joining. Armstrong Wabinda regularly following from Kakata City, Margibi County. Also, okay, Imada Bala. Okay, that's DJ Flavor. I remember him very well. Yes. Zico Rare is also following from Batnaville Estate. Gabriel Dolo watching as well. Robert Gone. Ambassador Junior Payne is also following from Congo Town. Eugene Twan Williams is following from Grand Cru County. Okay. So yes, you can share the show and invite others to watch. Yes, so far these are the list that I'm seeing, and many more are following, but we cannot name all of them. But thanks for joining us there. OK TV, Christopher, Neymar, Vonzia, Marka Flomo Senior. You know, it's great to have all of you joining the broadcast this morning.
Okay, let's go across the continent in Nigeria. It says kidnap gangs, jihadists, and separatists wreaking havoc in Nigeria. Nigeria is currently grappling with a spate of mass abductions, but the vast country, bigger than France and Germany combined, also faces many other security challenges. Recent attempts by U.S. President Donald Trump and his supporters to frame the insecurity purely as the persecution of Christians overlooks the complexity of Africa's most populous nation. There are more than 250 ethnic groups in Nigeria, which is roughly divided into a mainly Muslim north and largely Christian south, with intermingling in the middle, and the government says people of all faiths have been victims of attacks. There are criminal gangs in the northwest, and Islamist insurgency in the northeast, clashes over land in central regions, and separatist unrest in the southeast, leaving the 400,000 strong army and the police force of 370,000 officers overstretched. Here's a breakdown. Okay, we're not going to go through the breakdown, but Marka, this issue with Nigeria is becoming a problem. That's why
you want us to add this latest Guinea-Bissau story, then we can discuss.
Yes, no problem.
Yes, so in Guinea-Bissau, an army general has been sworn in as the new head of state a day after an apparent coup. General Halter Ntam becomes the transitional president for a period of 1 year. He took the oath on Thursday in brief and muted proceedings at Army headquarters. Ntam, who until a day earlier had been head of the Presidential Guard, barely cracked a smile during his swearing in or while stood outside, flanked by officers for cameras. Some civil society groups in Guinea-Bissau have accused outgoing President Omaro Embalo of masterminding a simulated coup against himself with the help of the military, saying it was a ruse to block election results from coming out in case he lost. This maneuver aims to prevent the publication of the electoral results scheduled for November 27, the Civil Society Coalition Popular Front said in a statement on Wednesday.
So is BBC expecting the men to smile? You know what? You take it over.
That's it.
Like, seriously. BBC expecting the men to be smiling for the cameras when the opposition is there, you know, and even the government, you know, the sitting government, but now the people get new leader now, new head of state. But all of those watching him, they feel insecure about him being there. You know, people want to be there. A group of people want to be there, and then somebody thought their candidate won, and then you, because you're military and because of something happened, maybe the president did certain things or uses influence to do certain thing. You now have the opportunity to sit there. You want the men to be smiling. The men know what he's taking over. Man.
So Fatu, there's a takeaway from this story that I think is very important. The story is saying that it appears like the president, the incumbent president, masterminded this particular coup.
That's what civil society.
That civil society folks are saying, because they believe that he stand to lose the election, and that he doesn't want the opposition to take power. So he preferred a transitional government than the opposition taking power. Again, another thing about this whole, when the people stage their coups and then they come and say, oh yes, we're giving a period of 1 year or sometimes 18 months to transition to democratic roots. In most cases, it doesn't happen. What happens at the end of the day is that these transitional leaders will influence a constitutional change to give them the opportunity to run in election. For example, our neighbors here, Mamadou Doumbouya is going to run in the Guinean elections, right? So the initial statement they made was that, after a certain period of time, we're going to turn the country over to civilians. Now, the military man, the constitution has paved the way for him to run for president. So now, in Guinea-Bissau, they are telling us that General Tam is going to be there for 1 year, and then from there they will transition. Do you believe that? These are some of the issues. So most of the people who have overthrown...
You'll be asking me, do you believe that?
Yeah, because the records are there, Fatu. The records are there. Most of these people who have overthrown, at the end of the day, they will do something about the constitution, and they will run and stay in power.
Yes.
So I mean, this whole thing about coup, I think we should get rid of it. People should stop, doing this, especially in Guinea-Bissau. I think the coup in Guinea-Bissau is unnecessary, because the people have gone to vote already, waiting for election result. At least if you say, the president is perpetuating himself in power, he doesn't want to call for election, and then you can say, okay, let's remove him, or maybe because of age, like Paul Biya in Cameroon, can say he's too old, can take 92-year-old man being president, what decision can he make now? So these are different things. But for you to say you are staging your coup where the people have voted already, I don't see any sense in the coup in Guinea-Bissau. And I think the military people are lying to the country that after 1 year they will turn power over. They will do something, temper with the constitution, and allow that very army man to run for president. Yeah.
To run for president. So we've seen that. So we have to go for the fact check, Marka.
Okay.
Quickly. To be right back. Let's go for the fact check.
Good day and welcome to the fact check segment, where we debunk disinformation and provide the verified facts of statements made online and on the radio. My name is Siawe Meapu, and today we'll be fact checking claims made in the last couple of days On November 21, former Lands, Mines and Energy Minister Wemont Pay, he claimed that the ministry's budget increased from US 2.7 million in 2023 to US 6.1 million in the 2026 draft national budget. Pay made the remark during the turning over and induction ceremony for newly appointed Minister Matunike Tingbe, citing the increase as evidence of the ministry's growing budgetary and revenue performance. To fact-check this claim, we reviewed the 2023 national budget and the 2026 draft budget published by the Ministry of Finance and Development Planning. According to the 2023 national budget, the Ministry of Lands, Mines and Energy was allotted US 2,797,281. The 2026 draft budget shows a proposed allotment of US 6,163,997 for the ministry. Based on a review of the 2023 and 2026 budget documents, we conclude that the claim made by former Minister Pay is correct. The ministry's budget did increase from roughly US 2.7 million to US 6.1 million in the 2026 draft budget. A viral message containing a link is gaining traction on social media, particularly WhatsApp, claiming that Aslamenta Liberia has started its 2025 recruitment scheme. The message encourages interested individuals to apply through a provided link requiring personal information such as names, phone numbers, and email addresses, among others. To fact-check this claim, we analyzed the message and the associated link and found them to be misleading and fraudulent. Aslamenta does not use free third-party URL shorteners like Tinyo.com for official job applications where sensitive personal information is collected. Our findings show that the legitimate applications of Aslamenta are handled through a secure corporate portal. This portal is linked to the Oracle Cloud e-recruitment system and is verifiable by its complex secure address, such as those that include the domain emfg.fa.em4.oracloud.com. Based on these findings, we conclude that the viral link with the message claiming that Aslamenta Liberia has started its 2025 recruitment scheme is misleading and fraudulent. The link is fake and is likely designed to steal personal information or compromise accounts. The public is strongly advised not to click, share, or engage with this link. Always apply directly through the official Aslamenta Liberia website. This is all we have time for on the Fact Check segment, which is part of an MOU between Local Voices Liberia, OKFM, Prom FM, and Kelt Radio to counter disinformation to help the public make informed decisions. This MOU is funded by the Liberia Media Empowerment Project, implemented by Internews with funding from the European Union. The funder or partner had no say in the editorial decision leading to the production of this Fact Check segment. We will be back with more fact check reports to help you know all the real facts. But if you want us to fact check a particular claim for you, please send us a text to WhatsApp on 0777 556296 and we will do the check-in for you. Also, you can follow us on Facebook at Local Voices Liberia, on Twitter at LVL Fact Check, and go to our website at www.localvoicesliberia.com. I'm Siawe Miapu. Thanks for listening. Have a good day.
Welcome back to the OK Money Watch after the Fact Check with Local Voices. So, Marka, I saw this yesterday. It was actually a video I watched, but then we carried the story. Monserrato County Senator Darius DeLong and Labour Minister Kopo Kura, they settled their scores. On Thursday, held a meeting aimed at easing public concerns over perceived tensions regarding the issuance of foreign work permits in efforts to prioritize employment for Liberians. And the engagement, according to our Senate reporter, was facilitated by Senator Thomas Yaya, namely chair of the Senate Committee on Labor, who said the discussion was necessary to address growing speculation that the two main officials were at odds over labor-related policies. Senator namely explained that the conversation was intended to strengthen cooperation between the Senate and the Ministry of Labor, noting that it does not prevent Senator Darius DeLong from carrying out his oversight duties or advocating for measures that ensure Liberians benefit from available job opportunities. And then in his remarks, Senator DeLong reaffirmed his commitment to promoting policies that expand job access for Liberians and support national development, stressing that his legislative actions are focused on broader public interest. Minister Kria, for his part, encouraged the public, including political supporters, to view DeLong's recent legislative actions as part of his constitutional mandate. Marka, I don't know why we, the supporters, really keep fighting. I'm saying we because, I don't want to be specific and start saying you, the supporter, before somebody come and say you or say you're supporting somebody. You know how we are. Mm-hmm. Why do we keep killing ourselves because of politicians? I don't understand why. Now these people have settled whatever was between them. And as a matter of fact, even Minister Kura is encouraging his supporters or reaffirming that Senator DeLong was just doing his job or is just doing his job. And Senator DeLong said, I'm doing my job and I will continue to do my job. I don't care what you people think about it, whether or not you see it as threat. This is my constitutional duty and I must carry on, right? And then because he's carrying on his duty, as a senator, his constitutional duty, a lot of people see it like going after somebody. Maybe the man continuously talking about it. A lot of people see it as going after him. And then we, the supporters, start to get in conflict at loggerheads with one another, with each other, and then creating conflict, creating chaos. And you don't know how far these things go. You go on Facebook and you see how people insult one another, Marka. Go very far. And maybe we don't see beyond what we see on Facebook, but some of them even stop speaking to one another only because of politicians, because of what they see. And at the end of the day, these people go in closed doors, sit down. If you see on Senator DeLong's page, you'll see that a lot of those, you think that he is not speaking to, he's not talking with, you always see he and them taking pictures when you watch it just go on his page. You see a lot of those, you think that Senator DeLong anyway, they man and they man and Senator DeLong can speak, they can pull, they can see eye to eye. If you just go on his page, you will see he and those people sitting together. I saw a photo, I don't know, of him and Kalasco. I think I saw a photo of Senator DeLong in Kalasco. And trust me, I know they have been supporters of the CDC and the Unity Party, or of Kalasco and Darius DeLong, who have gone at loggerheads with one another, even insulted one another or each other, only because of these people. But you saw them shaking hands. You don't even know what to discuss. You don't know how far their friendship is. But then we spoil ourselves. And at the end of the day, these people go back and settle whatever was between them. This is how I see it.
Yes, so on that side or the issue you are mentioning about these politicians having their own existing friendships and relationships, and in fact, sometimes long before the supporters even get to know these people, But on the issue of the meeting yesterday, and for those who had issues with the way Senator DeLong's advocacy has been in the labor sector, for me, I remember one time I did a criticism of the senator, and my point of criticism was when he was in the Senate chamber, talk about his advocacy, said he was threatening, and then he went on to narrate a story of people of Nimba, war history, and all of that thing. That was my only point of criticism. But his advocacy, that's his role. again, I want to appreciate the chair of the Labor Committee, Senator Thomas Yaya Nimlen, for convening that meeting, because I think it is important. Prior to this meeting, I understand that Senator DeLong, being a member of the Labor Committee, and even the Labor Committee itself, had not gone to the ministry from the time that Minister Kura was confirmed, appointed and commissioned. There has not been if there has not been an assessment visit to the ministry to see how departments run, how they are doing the work permit thing, and so in leadership, it is important if you really want to collaborate, because now when you listen to global speakers, they tell you collaboration is important. In order to collaborate, the committee should be able to move into the ministry to assess their working condition, to see how they are doing this work permit thing, for example, how they're doing labor inspection and all of these things. Then when you understand, it means that you in your sector, you are aware and you are working with the lead in the sector. I think it was important. Now that they have done this smoking of peace pipe, if I may call it, I think it is important now that a committee take upon itself and go to the ministry, do some assessment, and know exactly their capacity, what they are doing there, and then they can move forward from there. But I think the advocacies are in place, and I think the Minister of Labor too. Now, there's another thing, Fatu. The legislature itself, or better still, through the budget process, they're being able to place a burden on the Ministry of Labor by telling the ministry to raise $10 million. And between you and I, the only source of revenue for the Ministry of Labor is the issuance of work permit to foreign workers. So if you tell me that let's keep jobs that Liberians supposed to do, we should not give it out, that is good. That's what we should do. But if you come around and tell me that this fiscal year you must contribute $10 million to the national budget, at the end of the day, if I can meet that target, it means I feel on the mandate from the legislature, my obligation to the budget, which could affect the budget. So if there is budget shortfall of $5 million, and the Ministry of Labor was only able to raise $5 million, it means the ministry is responsible for that. Again, I think my recommendation is that the revenue target for the Ministry of Labor should be reduced drastically. I don't even know whether we should compel the Ministry of Labor to make contribution to the envelope, sincerely. Because if we do that, their only source of raising money is by selling work permit, I will call it. So they will go ahead and just give work permit out so they can raise more money to meet their budget target. So I think this is what I think. I think the legislature should see into it that whether we can allow the Ministry of Labor, maybe the permit fees, they can use it for administrative costs and other things to run the ministry, instead of placing a burden on them to say pay $10 million annually towards the budget. You leave them sometimes with no option but to sell and raise the money. Yeah.
Okay. We to be on the radio and other information, and we have flipping between one information and the other. But I think you're right. My problem is, all of those things you're saying are correct, but my problem is how we the people see some of these things, right? What we see among the politicians, those we follow, and it is causing a lot. And you see, like we were attending recently one misinformation and disinformation workshop, and these are some of the reasons why people create misinformation around, only because you hate somebody or because you think that this politician is against somebody you support, and you create one bad information about them and paint them, black. I'm always concerned about how we the citizens, the way that people can call us the common citizens. Marka, imagine they can call us the common citizens. How we the common citizens get engaged with the issues between these politicians, whether or not they put food on your table on a daily basis, just know that they will not be there all their life, and you have to move on. And you have the people you live with, the people you see on a daily basis, every now and then by your side. You always have to see them. It's important how we see their confrontations, how we see whatever problems between them. It's important how we handle it so that it does not affect us in the long run, because at the end of the day, they will still have to go back and settle. And then what do? Will you go back and settle? Sometimes it's even shameful now.
And sometimes the followers even do more than the people themselves.
Yes.
Yeah, you know.
Mm-hmm. So, like Senator Dillon said, it does not stop him from doing his job. So you people should just get used to it and know that if he has been criticizing this issue of work permits thing, in that Liberians should get jobs, benefit from available job opportunities, he said he will continue to do that. So if you think that maybe because he's continuing to do that, it shows that the minister is being targeted, then he should just roll up your sleeves, because the senator has promised and has reaffirmed his commitment to continue to do his job. So that's it. We have like 8 minutes. I don't know if we can take calls or we talk about something else. Maybe we can take calls and hear from others on this issue, and then we can come back and talk about something else important. Marka?
Yeah, so if we can take the calls, that's fine. But if we can blend it with this issue that happened yesterday again between the police and the AFL soldiers in Monrovia, yes, the reason I think this is very important for us to talk about Fatu is because for me it shows lack of coordination, because we remember in February this year there was this huge confrontation between some police officers one side and AFL soldiers on the other hand, and it was a very huge scene around the ELW junction, the SD Cooper Road intersection over there, and it was terrible. It was bad. After that, we saw that the high command of the Armed Forces of Liberia and the leadership of the Liberian National Police had an engagement where they promised that they're going to sort out whatever went wrong and hoping that this will not repeat. So yesterday, firstly, I want to appreciate the AFL officers, and especially the drum major, Dennis Doe, and his other colleagues who had an issue with the police officers yesterday. I understand that they were going somewhere, I think either to play, they were riding a motorbike with their army caps and stuff like that, and then the police stopped them on grounds that they were not wearing helmet. And according to reporters who went there, that thing dragged for hours. You understand? It dragged for hours. Now, my point is, then what is the coordination amongst the security apparatus in the country? Understanding that you have what they call the bigger umbrella of the security sector, they call it joint security, comprising of the AFL, the police, the immigration service, the drug enforcement agency, even fire service. Okay. Now, if there is coordination, and understanding that these people are also from the same sector, you have some consideration and just let them go as army officers. But for you to hold them, holding and pulling and arguing and all of that, and I understand that one of the soldiers were saying, if the police continue to behave the way they are behaving, they themselves too should put out the same posture before the head of their head at the place. They said, no, let us just take it easy. And so I think the police should know that the army, LDA, immigration, all of them are in the same joint security. So there should be some compromise when something happens between them.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
So
there should be some compromise.
I think I see it from a different angle. The first thing I want to know is we should know is if the army, the guy from the army, identified himself or was dressed
Yes.
in his army uniform.
Yes.
Okay. If he was dressed in his army uniform and identified himself as an army personnel, then it's fine. But another thing is that now the helmet regulation is not happening anymore, right? It's not happening. It's not. Motorcyclists are not even going by helmet regulation again because it's not being enforced. Now, if it is being enforced, let's be real. Whether you're army personnel or you should wear helmet, Marka. This is the regulation. If you say, okay, all the army personnel, they should have consideration, they should not wear helmet. They can have accident too, or they will not hit somebody, or something might happen, or they don't get hurt when there's accident. They get hurt. So now, what you expect the commoners to say, or like they can call common citizens, the army people can wear helmet. So
and one of the points of contention
so the police
was
people
that
too will not be wearing helmet.
So one of the points of contention was that we agree you held us for helmet, but I'm seeing your police officers on a motorbike passing too, and they don't have helmet. So you understand that was one of his points of contention. That if the regulation is a regulation, it should cut across.
Yes.
You are holding us for not wearing helmet, but I'm seeing police officers on motorbike passing going up and down without helmet as well.
Yes.
So you see,
that is what I'm saying. If the regulation is being enforced, right, Marka? If it is being enforced, I don't think there should be any compromise. Whether I'm an official or you work on an official, you should wear helmet, Marka. It's important because this is a regulation. They should be able to set examples so that those motorcyclists can see and say, oh, is the army, or the soldiers can wear helmet, and the police officers can wear helmet, then we should wear helmet. Then it is compulsory that we wear helmets, right? There should be no compromise. I don't see why there should be a compromise. As long as the man was identified as, a soldier of the armed forces of Liberia, there should not be a compromise. I'm only saying if the regulation is being enforced. But now you see that the police people, like the Chokum posted yesterday, you will see a lot of police people on motorbikes passing. When they're ready to come, they're coming in convoy. Marka, you see them a lot of times in convoy coming on motorbikes. Sometimes
and sometimes only one person will have helmet. Sometimes they don't have it at all.
A lot of them. Most times you don't even see any of them wearing helmets. Like they can be involved in accidents too. So the motorcyclists then can be involved in accidents. So they should wear helmets. Like this is what I'm saying. I don't think it's a bad thing. So that the soldiers be stopped because they did not wear helmet, especially when the regulation is being enforced. But now that it is not being enforced, then why stop the people?
Exactly. So again, my point was why the helmet regulation is very important. The race issue, even if you listen to the news clip that we played, the major was saying that you heard us, but your officers are here on motorbike going up and down and they don't have the helmet. So if that is the case, that's where the issue of compromise I'm talking about comes in. And also my point is to prevent what happened in February this year when we saw that kind of confrontation, with the security officers, the police and army, agitating, exchanging fight and all of these things. I think it is not good for the security sector. So to prevent some of these things, that's why I mentioned the issue of compromise.
Okay.
Yes, because if that is happening, it means that there's no coordination within the joint security. There's no coordination within the security sector. So I don't know what kind of document that set up strict procedures as to how the police, the army, the immigration, the fire service, and the DEA work as joint security. I've been looking for different documents or a particular framework that spell out that role exactly how they should coordinate. I only saw one MOU, but that MOU covered just 3 years. That was 2016. I saw another document that was 1 year old. So I think we need to find our framework so that even the officers and the soldiers themselves can know clearly what line of duties, what line of operations, what line of coordination they have amongst themselves. I think it is very important because we don't want to see the recurrence of what happened at the SD Cooper Road in February. I mean, that's the main reason why I flag this issue. We don't want to see the people in the security sector going at loggerheads, fighting in the street on cameras and all of that. It was disgraceful at the time, and it was good that the heads of these different security apparatus intervened to solve the issue. But to see something that is similar, that could bring back that same action, I think we should condemn it. Talking about a helmet regulation, we think it is important. According to earlier report was that it reduced accidents, it reduced death, and all of that. But as it is now, we don't know what the statistics will be.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
Or maybe the police people to get something in their hat. So we have to take calls.
Exactly.
0777 700 995 0555 995 9955 numbers. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, let's hear you.
This is half for PK. You know, Fatu and O'Neill, this war has brought different things. Not O'Neill, but Fatu and Marka. So this war has brought different things in this country. I've been around for almost 57 years now. Before the war, the army, the police I stand to be corrected, never used to have plaques. But what is it now that every night and day, police and army will be having clash? Even at the red light, police were having clash with PZ City Corporation officers. So they do not know the line of demarcation. Look, this is wrong. The security apparatus in this country are the one we depend on. They will be fighting somebody can pass behind us and can't overthrow our leaders. What kind of people are in the country so? Why they can't coordinate? The police themselves don't wear helmets. You see them, they 2-3 on back. Then they want to be stopping other people. They got motorcyclists flying the street, the no-go zone. When you go talk, they say that they're my own people. You can't do that. They should know the line of demarcation. Look, this is police operation. This is army operation. So if your friend appeal to you, yes, we don't have helmet. At least for God's sake, they show the ID card that you identify them. Maybe they were going somewhere rushing. You should give them that privilege to go and warn them. And army, you should know that you should wear helmet. Just as Fatu said, you know, you should wear helmet. If you're doing it, the citizen, the ordinary people will see you and say, if the army can do it, can abide by it. I mean, then we will buy a barber, but you can't just be doing the way you go. You policeman, you get on motorbike, you just go with helmet. You got 2-3 persons behind you. It's wrong. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Let's take this one. Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm calling from Single.
Stay away from your monitor, please.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
You know, they have an issue, but I don't know, but even the police, for me, I'm a test job. I said, even they see the police always embarrassing, so where's she there? Look, you know, they do some more police cars, even the cars where they drive their own car, and I'm sitting with see there. Sometimes they call it, oh, don't be driving, you know, why you own phone? The police do the same thing. You ride motorbike, I have man. Even if sometimes you see where maybe they RNC man, they new man who they kill it, you motorbike, so they won't know usually wear, but a lot of police officers who only sell motorbike like you know, go to wear. They don't wear helmet. And so here the officer said, well, security man at home, when I say he should follow the lot, but what's the man in uniform? So I give them a privilege and it's not a you know, I go for him and so let the man go. I don't know what the police, you know, there's not, it's security, everybody get joined there for it. Whether they're not joined to go, they tell to serve the condition. How you see this, like, similar thing happening really with the PSU man and she for the see that sweating all, we don't even know what is using again. It's sweating. So they do the Goggle Como and now they get it for the demon for the army. The guy got to say that the very thought is where they can handle the issue between police and airport clashing all the time. Because the internet, I think everything going live now, so international polo all the time. They know that the country is how would they be able to kind of country? if it's police and animal making all of the time. And so, so the police got to stop. They said they can follow every law. They see they're wearing helmet, calling on phone. They do all of those things. And these are the leaders that they should lead by example in the enforcement thing. You got, and one of the things for motorcycles, I feel that they will be able to wear. We the citizens need to make it put away because the police is not everywhere. But if you pass me, you stop motorbike man, and then I get helmet, if you wear, you're not allowed to ride with him. If you do know, all of it go right because the police will not be able to run. All of it going to force them to wear helmet. But we the citizens, we who riding the back then, yeah, it go. But we people have to force them to wear helmet. They are the one. But we are going to make it to wear. And that's too many police. But they pass the law. But we are saying as a citizen, we got to be sure to say, oh, they lost me. More do they so that will make them to do they will not be the police all of the time.
Okay,
so
thank you. Thank you too. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
How you doing, Marka and Fatu?
Yes, we're fine.
Okay, this is Nathaniel Johnson. I call you for Lane Street.
Okay.
Okay, I start hearing all this in the other where are they before I get to the process. The police and the military, they don't want to abide by their own laws. You know, the reporter spoken yesterday, and you said that in the night time, Lane Street, inside in central Monrovia, the occupier was also motorbike. And it is true. We want this country to be lawless. Lawless. The police agree for us to live lawlessly. They will violate, but when anybody violates, they won't arrest them. Police ride, they call you on phone. Damn driver, don't call on phone. Why you cannot abide by the law, but you want for other people to do it? You should set an example. There's no exception to that law. Don't ride without helmet. Show the children yourself ride, use your helmet. But you ride without helmet because you say you are law enforcer. What kind of law are you enforcing? You living in violation and you say you want to enforce the law in the common man because you can beat them. You will have to stop this. Yes, that's it. Because they have the rifle in their hand, you're able to beat them, taking their motorbike away, or they just riding the neck. The business say, we will set up all over can be motorbike. And the police are here. Why to make that law? Just listen and you forget about it. You put it by the street. If we die, we manage it, we did it, but just pass law, take the people motorbike, yourself ride in the night, then they join you, and anybody ever said, interest.
Yeah.
Your interest run every night, and other people can get it. Why are you doing this to us? Just stop this. Let the country be country of law. When I want to violate all the laws, and then what you want us to do now? Thank you, man. Very interesting topic. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, too. Let's take this one. Good morning. Good morning. Hello. Good morning. Good morning. Okay. Good morning.
Good morning, Fatu. Let me say good morning to His Excellency President Marka. So
you need Marka or?
Hello?
You're not speaking to Marka too?
Yeah, let me say good morning to Marka David. Sorry, this is Samuel Dikegwa from Over Magiri. Let me appreciate you people for always playing your part to discuss our country interests. My attention is drawn to the issue of the police or the security apparatus in our country. Marka and Fatu, I think it worrisome to always experience the kind of situation. If you people are discussing, crisis around Africa, it's well understanding that our security apparatus need to maintain unity rather than the unity in our country, because whatever happens, it affects our country because in the immigration, the EPA or the police are not in coordination, they are not united. It's sometimes troubling when situation arises. Who are we going to depend on? So, I mean, it's time for them to take on the table and discuss issues what matter to them rather than being always in crisis and whatsoever, because Africa is a vulnerable continent where when anything burn up, it affects almost all the countries. So if we see the discussion of the African country when it comes to cool, it wasn't necessarily that Liberia as a country that always begging. We gotta be, security minded. We gotta be very much careful how we handle our activities. So yes.
Okay, thank you. Let's hear this one. Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning. Let's hear you.
Alfred T. Ali is my name. I'm calling from Villa. On the issue of the police always let us give respect their friends, officers. Then imagine Mama Fatu. There's the issue. They group together that they are running beyond motorcycles. They have some men that are running internet right now personally. When they see that man, they will say, no, I'm such a person or motorbike over there. They are first policemen now. But you see that man, I'm such a person motorbike over there. What should we do in common work? What can we be strict? Then if I'm a man, why motorbike or I'm a man? If a man identify himself, what's your teaching? Oh, my man, go over the next time, use your helmet. Even though I'm telling my most of them getting a helmet, that you see the policemen that can be running to the check man. On the street, every day we see it. I'm a check man. Policemen let us restrict people, but they can't restrict themselves. That's the issue. They say, right, when I talk on phone, but they can be right, talking on phone. Last round, running for one officer, that talk on the road, speaking to people, and may block the traffic. So what a minute can go by the law. About the law in a country, I think they actually have to post some men on the street to observe them. That's the only thing. Because they are what they're doing, I don't think that the training they went for.
Okay.
They're going out of the way. Thank you.
Thank you too. We take some calls up to 8:30 and then go for a break. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yes, let's hear you.
My name is Samuel M. Kamara. I'm calling from my resident rehab community.
Okay, go ahead.
Fatu Kamara, I listened to your point this morning. I want to stress on the issue of the AFL and that of the police. You know what's put in the country?
No.
There's too much senior men, or high-ranking officers, high-ranking. You know that the AFL are one of the contributors to war with drug trafficking right now. You will understand that when you go to Broadview, you will get to know that as long where they will tell people not to pass. But AFL men reach there, you check there, you don't know where they're going. You see them with boss, you don't check in it. Just because one person just wear AFL attire and just pass through the way. So the police, just because they're not doing it, more people not carrying on the helmet, but it's not bad for stopping somebody telling them so you should wear a helmet. The law makers need the law breaker. Yeah, thank you for your point in the morning, man.
Thank you too. That's what we're saying. Whether or not you soldier or you working, you should wear helmet once the helmet regulation is being enforced. But the fact that it's not enforced again, what would do? You expect the middle way. Good morning. Good morning. I don't know what's happening here. Good morning.
Yeah, morning.
Yes, go ahead.
Thank you very much, Fatu. You see, people always can retrospect. Why escalate April 14th here? The police and the army were not coordinating. Police was in favor of government. Army was in favor of the protester. So police and army, they need to be together. In fact, the security apparatus. I'm Jay Freeman Bia calling from Johnsonville. The people need to be together. Those days, police can hang uniform in car. Even if their family going somewhere, they can hang their uniform in car. When they reach to gate, as long as they see that uniform in the car, they will put the gate out, the car park. But these days, I don't know why it's going on wrong. Because of petty change business or what, I don't know. Or because they are not disciplined in their profession. They need to be retrained. Let them go together and retrain the guys and want them seriously. They have to be together.
whether DA, whether any security apparatus, when you see the person and the person identify himself, try to respect the person too. Not only so of you respect one another. Like during the wartime attitude there, during the wartime, if the person is not in your unit, you don't respect the person. Thank you.
Thank you too. Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Fatu.
Yes.
Fatu, Tabu Rasta. Fatu, I want to learn again. 1.4 to be specific, Fatu, are you Zimbabwe?
Okay, Tabu Rasta. Go ahead. You bagged Marka yesterday? You bagged Marka yesterday? He said you're going to pull Marka on your back?
Yeah, but you know, Fatu, I keep the spirit and also Marka. I went to the spirit about and also Marka.
Marka, where you went?
I'm always here.
Marka say you're
That your man did not come here.
But do not go to the issue. Let's go to the issue.
Okay. Go ahead.
But do that. I don't know that general or we want a general. That general that see me in a mail form. So, but if that means what that general, you know what I'm going to do?
No.
I'm going to follow to my body. We're going to flog that police officer. That police people are going to know that. But we all there in the fucking flare. Look, Fatu, and to add rules and regulations, Fatu, there is an exception.
Okay.
So, I'm telling you, Fatu, seriously, to every rule and regulation, there is an exception. So, you will not see me as every president of Fatu, there you see that I'm going to get. After you know, Fatu, you are saying that in a situation, everywhere Fatu, our police was trained for only keke and motorbike. That they are equal there, that the only people they war. Then you look at every man or every Fatu in uniform. There in the country friend, you start there because of him. But that Kamara, I really did that in another star general. But last day, we want to grab the land. Let me say, kudos to president. We are the give all the president. We are the money party. Look, Fatu, they say when the man, you should give a flower to the man when the man is alive, right, Fatu? Because the reason why I'm giving the flower to the president, we are not putting step in the shoe of Guinea-Bissau president. But okay. But will not be engaged in the coup d'etat. Look, but then we are demonstrating a law for country. But then we are demonstrating, what they call patriotism. Look, but can you imagine, man? Can you imagine, man? Wow. But the people first, man. Yeah, the people first. Let me say, kudos to President. We have today for making Fatu to get peace. For Fatu to say that
how about you? How about you? You not get peace?
Thank you, man. Thank you.
All right, let's take this one. Marka will take some calls up to 8:30, and then we go for a very short break to be back. Good morning.
Fatu?
Yes?
Thank you, man, for the topic and discussion this morning. Very, very interesting.
Okay.
But it's so disgusting to hear some Liberians saying the army have flogged the police people. Are the army above the law of this country? They say everybody must wear, how they call it, a helmet. Go to other countries. You see people obey their law. They do it. They don't violate it because of Liberia. You're talking about the army that flogged the police guys that were there yesterday. I don't see the sense in it, to be very frank. They are not above the law. They are not above the law. We should obey our law. That's the one that will be respected in society. You understand? Thank you, man, Fatu.
Thank you so much. 0777-700-995, 0555-995-995 are the numbers. Marka, you can talk to this caller.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Oh, good morning. Good morning to my okay family. There's a Paco calling from this now. Paco.
Go ahead.
Yeah, there's a Paco calling from Fiamma, USA.
Yes, make your point.
Yeah, thank you for the opportunity. Yeah, you're talking about the helmet. It is true. Now, they're looking for those children to wear helmet because they protect them. But number one, we the citizens, I will make a rule too. They will check your opinion on the government. The government tell you today, we should pay. Send the top of the helmet. The police officer now wear helmet. some of the checkpoints, deploy the police. Sit down and they help me with that. Anybody would don't go by the rule or the system. That make a way and then chase out of Parado. But the beginning too is that deep as city. Somebody can set in and kind of say they will know him. That's what I police too. On the okay, come out when you listen to the staff or the okay platform, is you go call somebody police garden too or tell them more stuff.
Okay.
Someone place. Someone behind the pattern that behind the camera and the spoil the Israel or the citizen or the police. So the police is something, someone is not something. Yeah, they're going to say the police. And that's too. I'm going to market children. So what the prison was, that law, you see the air, you see the immigration.
Okay.
You're not going nowhere. But the police, every day, the police. All the way again, and you go. One of them will call, pay cap. One of the phone.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, thank you for the education.
Okay, the next caller. Good morning. Good morning. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm thinking today, calling for Happy Relic.
Okay.
Yeah, I listened to your conversation this morning. But that would be weird too. Sometimes I will, somehow right back before we see how policemen treat. You're not working in the setup or you're working out in the government. Sometimes you're going to work, mistakenly you left your helmet. You show your ID card, you can listen, but you will see the friend policemen 4 on back, 2 on back, 3 on back, passing by level, all helmet, they will not stop. And even I'm a man come there and say, oh, sometimes in my present factor, it happens like the airfare now going to stop the airfare, but policemen pass and then they say, oh, I'm going to go operation. So only you all can do operation, the other person can do operation. That's what brings problem in the country. Sometimes when people see another person protecting one side of the friend and the other side again protected, then it may other people angry to react. You can respect your friend. You have to go up to the world like uniform. So it doesn't mean that you get a power that you can do anything that nobody can question you. So we're going to ask you to really talk to them that they should understand and respect everybody by law, not only by themselves.
Okay.
So I think it will be necessary for that.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, go ahead.
Thank you very much, Fatu. My name is Jeff Esprade. I'm calling from Single. Getting me?
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, the motorcycle restriction when it comes to helmets, it was because the police said that motorcycle should run all wards in Liberia and you should register our bag and pay money, get helmet on our head and everything. After we arrested our motorbike, we paid our money, the police went and took off on the road. So that restriction was only done for people who were doing commercial bike. And at that time, we pay our money, the police took off on the road. So for that time, the restriction had not been enforced. The police have no right to stop the army people. The army people is very in the floor of Liberia, they don't defense in Liberia. The police are very reckless. They don't respect the law. They don't want people to respect the law.
You have to be civil.
My man, don't talk to the police there now.
Police, I'm telling you, to be honest with you, the police don't respect the law. Right now, if you go on the road, I challenge you to take a camera, that's down the road. The police will, you don't see police with hammer on the road, right back on the road, I hammer. Then you expect for the police, for the army people wait for progress. You stop the army people, the police don't respect the law. The police, they are very reckless police, I'm saying. They are
No. I can't continue with you. We have to take another call. You have to be civil. No. Wait, what wrong with people now? You don't do that. 0777 700 995 0555 995 995. When you call, please be civil. You can just talk to a group of people like that. Wait. Good morning. Good morning.
Morning, Fatu.
Yes, let's hear you.
Thank you, and good morning to Marka David. This is Kwewu. William Covey, and I joined this conversation from District 3.
Okay.
Well, let me appreciate the both of you for the very touchy point. I think my issue on this, motorcycle regulations wherein, officers wanted to violate the law and thinking that they are above the law. In fact, when in the I see law enforcers are above the law, they will say, yeah, when in the I know that law enforcers are above the law, right? They will say nobody can pass them, but they will pass them. Now you said no motorbike should reach it down. Okay, we agree. Now the other people are bad by it. You see, some of us, we are not facing some constraints. Some of us bought our private bike to use it to ease that transportation burden on us, right? From where I live, every time to go to school, eat down, I spend not less than over 1.5 every day, right? So I thought it was at the time to buy a motorbike so that at least it could ease down my transportation, right? But then when that regulation came in place, some of us, we are abiding by it in pain. So why can the officers do abide by it in pain, but you will see them riding motorbike on our road? You probably will be TV4 on the motorbike, no helmet, nothing out the car. It is not even registered. And the motorbike riders, some of them are very deflective. You know, they pass by you, they smoke alone. But it is not easy.
Right? So most of the time, motorbike you see.
People say they want to see certain ordinance, and you find that it was other motorcycles who were in the street, they were not even making the city look fine. So the removal of them would have made the city look fine. But then why about those people who ride the motorbikes getting in the street, but because they are officers, when they pass their friends when I arrest them? You see? So I think this is where injustice come in, and I think officers need to abide by the law. When you say motorbikes will not come here, you too, they say constrain the other citizens passing through to go and fight for cars. And if I walk by now, you two pass you down. So you can understand that the law you bring it in play. What are you good or you not good?
Yeah.
You got to see the thing too. But you don't want to see the thing. So how will you know that the law you bring in, it is good for the other people or not? So everybody got to live with the thing. Some are not satisfied paying transportation every time. Where you have a moving object to use that transportation, you pack it. Where you go, you pay him or copy. Where even if your money not even reach, you don't even have any lunch. I think it is bad, man. They didn't do it bad by the law. Thank you.
Okay, so we take 2 more calls. Marka shortly will talk to Alita Masakoi. So Alita is, the head of the acting manager of women football in Liberia. So we'll talk to her. The Women Football Association has been having this festival for schoolgirls. It's called Liberia Women's Football Campaign Festival for Girls in School Awareness. And girls in school, maybe age to 12, 6 to 12. They've been having this awareness for some time now. We'll talk to her shortly, maybe at 8:30. So let's take a few calls and then we'll just connect to Alita. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yes, let's hear you. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Tomo F. Joseph, calling from Johnsonville, Peretan District, number 2, Masorado County.
Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you very much, Fatu and Marka, this morning, for your talking point. Yeah, but my concern have to do with the security sector. You know, most of our security these days, they go into the security sector, they pursuing their power because when they were surveilling, people did something to them, so I had to get when in the security sectors, they go there to go pay there. These are the things that are embarrassing the nation, especially our security sector. You know the army. I hear other people talking about the army. They are the first class citizens. Yeah, we know they are the first class citizens in the country. But the country is law abiding the country. Each and everybody in the country, whether you are security, whether you whosoever, we all follow by the Constitution. But these days, our national security, especially the army, some of them they don't buy by the rule and order because they marry where they get the army go on them now or they are enter in the army sector. So it means that they are above the law. Anything they want to do like here or surveillance them or citizen calling that invade the army so to flog the police. It's not going to be this way. I think we got to buy by the rule and order in the country. And one thing about our police too that I get the problem I get with them, they not a second talk to advise people whenever somebody go against the law. Be able to warn the person, say, don't do this. From there, now, if they do it next time, you can be able to restrict them and say, but I say, I told you this, and you didn't Baba, I will be able to punish you. But they don't do it. The only thing they go for money. Only money they take for. They're not going to be the way. You go in a government to work for the interest of the country. You don't work for the interest of yourself. I think on the change, they're having to change their attitude. I think the country will be able to go somewhere that we all can be able to benefit each and everybody in the country. But thank you very much for education. Thank you very much, Fatu and Marka.
Yes, so Fatu, just before that break, I can just take this call for at least 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Yes, let's speak to this. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Marka. Good morning to the people of Liberia. How are you doing this morning?
Yeah, the weekend starts today.
Yeah. Except that for us, Marka is not easy. As you might be aware, that Senator Johnson down at early morning of November 28th.
Oh, yes, sure, yes.
2024. So we are in a county in Nima, particularly in Gompa City. The county is a difficult movement indeed for Nima. We are here. It's not easy this morning.
So initially there was an announcement about this elaborate memorial feast. Is that what's happening today?
Actually, it's not what we anticipated earlier announced that we have anticipated earlier that the fees were banned across the 9 electoral districts of Nima. But as you might be aware that there were issues, Kuka came, he said there were fundamental issues with the family. But what I can say is that the vice president of the country is in Gompa, Nima County, with the permanent sons and daughters of Nima, and by 12 noon, he will lead an array of these sons and daughters of Nima, including other Nimbadians, to the home and premises of the late senator. As you might be aware that we be a museum or a tomb in other world. He will lead these Nima leaders and ordinary Nimbadians to lay a wreath at that particular venue at 12 noon. We are calling all Nimbadi, and if you have any image of Senator Johnson, whatever you can reflect on, today is a difficult day. What we can tell our people is, let's unite. Today is a difficult day for Nima.
I know it is a difficult day, but you had initially planned to, even though you say it's not the case now because of whatever controversy that happened, but are you doing at least some memorial stuff just besides laying wreaths today in Ganta?
Oh yes, as you might be aware that Senator Johnson, he had this big auditorium attached to the PYJ University. So right after laying the wreath at 12 noon, we'll move right at the auditorium. There will be a memorial service. The name Senator Johnson, actually you don't even have to announce on all the local radio station in Lima here. They playing some of the inspirational speeches, some of the firing speeches of Senator Johnson, the political one, the gospel one, or the biblical one. They are playing it across Lima. Some of the motorcyclists, they are even carrying some of the images of Senator Johnson. So I think Senator Johnson was a great man. He made his own day.
So since you didn't kill the 9 cows across the 9 electoral districts, how many you're killing in Ganta today?
Oh, we are killing cattle. You know, when you talk about Nema, you talk about cattle. So we are killing cattle. What I can say is the day will not just pass. We are having a little ceremonies. The wife of Senator Johnson is here. Some of the family members, other than they are here, the children of Senator Johnson's, and some of us who not just a biological children, but he made us. We are here.
The political children.
Yeah. In Nima, we don't get political children, we don't get cursing, we don't get nothing. What we can say is we are children of Senator Johnson. This is a man who versed for us, God first, but he made us. So we are excited to be in Nima. Although it's a very sad day, but what we can say is we are here to celebrate the first memorial day of Senator Johnson.
Thank you so much for picking the call.
Thank you very much.
Okay, Kelvin. Kelvin Matadi there, he's the national vice chair for press and publicity for MDR. Yes.
Okay, I've been trying to get to Alita, but she's on the line now. Alita, good morning.
Good Good morning, Fatu.
Good morning. How are you this morning?
I'm okay. I'm okay.
How is women's football Liberia? How is everything?
Everything is great.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is great so far.
Okay. Let's talk about this, your recent campaign, Liberia's Women Football Campaign Festival for girls in school ages 6 to 12. When did it start? What's about it? What are you telling the girls?
As we found out that it was not much of activities of girls playing football, so most of the time.
Mm-hmm. Good morning.
It always starts from school.
Mm-hmm. Hello.
So we just decided that to have a better structure of women football, the best way is to do it is to start from school.
Your line is breaking.
Hello?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes.
Yeah, sorry, I had a lot of calls, so I would just keep dropping off the line.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the reason why we decided to structure it in that way, that when the girls are in school and they have had the access to football, because most of the girls playing football, they start to play at the age of 16, 17, 18. And before they reach the peak of football, that time they have already reached the age. So that's the reason why we believe that when they start to play earlier, and they'll have a better opportunity.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many schools have you targeted?
We targeted 30 schools, but before we had the CES, we educated female coaches, and the female coaches is the one that will be assigned to them to teach them and guide them in the process. So that's how we were able to get 23 that attended the training and completed that. So for now, we'll be expecting 23 schools. Each one of the schools brings 15 girls, age 6 to 12.
How are the girls accepting this message? How do they see it?
It's welcoming because even the public now is asking if the girl child can come play. Yes, it's football for fun. Though we want them to be in school to have a structured way that we can bring girls to football. But obviously, it's open to the young girl in the community that is between the same age as well.
A lot of people think that football is just for boys, and maybe girls do not benefit from football as much as Hello?
Hello?
So I'm saying a lot of people think that football is just for boys, and girls do not benefit as much as boys. I mean, from football. What do you say?
Hello?
Yes, you live.
Hello?
Yes, you live.
Okay. So I didn't get you. Yeah, there was a call on my line now.
I'm saying a lot of people think that football is just for boys, and girls do not get to benefit as much as boys.
Hello? Hello?
Yes? You're not getting me? Oops. Alita's line is so bad this morning. Yeah?
Hello?
You're live.
Because I have too many calls on phone.
Okay.
And I will just be breaking.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for the information, though.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. So this issue about women football, the thing about it is that maybe normally football, Marka can be talking about football business every time. When I see a lot of women talking about I'm Baka fan, I'm this other fan, blessing him the blessing a Baka fan. I know who else, the Chelsea fan. I see a lot of women posting about football on Facebook, and I'm like, wow. Sometimes I want to be in the fries. I want to talk about my favorite team, but I don't get favorite team.
Yeah, so football has evolved a lot, and I'm a fan of football. Okay, I'm a fan of football, and I watch football matches very technical, not just the ordinary way of watching games. I'm a very technical person when it comes to watching football. And women football has gained a huge momentum around the world. And if you, the day you just take upon your time, Fatu, and follow maybe the Women's World Cup or the Champions League, the women's version of the Champions League, then you will get to know that football is beautiful.
Wow.
And sincerely speaking, just that the only reason I'm not following women football more than the men is because the timing. I don't really have that schedule like that. But when you watch it, it is so good, so good. So we encourage people, girls who want to exercise, who want to play sports, to start to play sports, especially football, because now their benefits is not free. Like the question you were asking, Anita, about people believe that only boys benefit from football, not girls. The case is not the same anymore. I know we have the women football league now in the country, though in Liberia, the economic benefit is not as huge as in other countries. But if you on the international scene, women are making money out of football. There are ladies even from African female footballers who are playing for other European clubs. Okay, some are playing for Barcelona, some playing for Chelsea and different clubs. All these big clubs you see, they have the female version. Yeah, Barcelona have the female team. Chelsea have the female team, a very good team. The national teams also have the female versions. Spain had a very strong female national team. So if you are playing women football in Liberia, just as men or boys will have the opportunity to get contract abroad, women also can have the opportunity to have contracts abroad. There's this Nigerian international who used to play for Barcelona. I think she moved. I'm just forgetting her name. I think Ashola or one name she had. A brilliant female footballer for Nigeria. She played for Barcelona. I think she even won the Champions League with Barcelona.
Wow.
I think she has taken a transfer from Barca now. So the same opportunity
on the women football team.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, on the women football team. So the same opportunities are available. It's just the effort, and when the gateway is open for the opportunity to come, it will come. So,
But
like I always
why
say,
not women? The women play among the men on.
well, we have not reached that point yet where we will see the women and the men mix to play. No, so we want to.
What do you think is stopping that?
Well, I think the tempo, the physique, the strength is not the same. Obviously men and women. But I don't know what
Also,
reason.
you're trying to say women.
I don't know what reason FIFA has. I don't work with FIFA. I don't work with LFA. But I don't know what.
But you already gave me your reason. You said women are strong.
I don't know what. I don't know what the core reasons will be, but now physically men and women.
Who says so?
I mean, it is proven, man.
What?
But I'm telling you, women and men don't have the same physical strength.
Okay.
Yeah, and furthermore.
Yeah, there are some women that are really strong as compared to.
Besides that, we are not the same. Do you want to argue that too? We are not the same.
Yes, we're not the same. Maybe physically, biologically.
Yeah, biologically, we are not the same.
Yeah.
Because, I don't want to say, a lot, but we are not we are not the same. But, I mean, I'm just saying that there are opportunities out there for women football too.
Sometimes I wonder how people create that strong, emotional love, that feeling for football. Because
what do you have? What do you have passion for during? What do you really like?
Like what?
Like your leisure time. What do you take time? Some people are into movies. Others love sports. So what?
Maybe movies.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe movies.
But you don't feel very strong about it. Because I know some people when they are watching a series movie. If you just touch that remote, so some people are passionate about certain things.
That's strong about.
Yeah, So there are people who are very compassionate about, or who have huge passion about sports, like some of us. For me, I love Barcelona so strongly that
They flog your recently, right?
yes, yes,
But why
because
they always? Because
it's not always it's
all
not
the games
always.
I've been hearing about lately that Barcelona play, they've been beating you.
No, so we lost some big games. Like we lost against PSG, we lost against Chelsea, we lost against Real Madrid. So these are the big games that you hear about. It's not like all of the games.
Chelsea, Real Madrid, I mean all the big teams.
Yeah, but last season Barcelona was great. We beat a lot of big games. We beat Real Madrid 4 times last season.
Okay.
Yes, so we beat a lot of big games. We made major comebacks, but I think this season there's some missing pieces in the Barcelona team, and I think the coach and the technical team have to put their pieces together. Yeah.
Okay.
Football is good. Yeah.
Yesterday, the speaker formally apologized.
Yes. Okay.
So, yes. Even though we gave Vesely hard time, and even though he apologized, and at the end he said, "You said that's what you said." but
yeah.
then the
So
speaker formally apologized.
So Fatu, you see, I want to call it also leadership, because I don't. It doesn't matter what is your position in life. It doesn't matter your status. But when you make a mistake, it is a mistake. If you erred, you erred. You can't. There's no way to sugarcoat it.
Yeah.
So the speaker erred, and the only thing that was right was to swallow your ego and come back and say, "I'm sorry, I erred." So I think it was important that he openly and publicly apologized in the same chambers where he made that mistake. I think it was important, and I want to say to the speaker that not just because you say, "Oh, I'm sorry," because when we interviewed Vesely Sumo yesterday, he said, "Oh, some of these things like secret recording and things could strain the relationship, especially the working relationship between the lawmakers and the journalists." We want the apology issued by the speaker to be genuine and sincere, that this incident that happened would not have or would not place any strain on the relationship, the working relationship between the journalists assigned at the House and the leadership of the House and the legislature as a whole. So we hope that the speaker is sincere with his apology. We accept the apology, and we want for him to improve the working space for the journalists to be able to work freely and independently. And thanks to the PUL president and the president of Legispool, understand they had a one-on-one meeting with the speaker after section, and they iron out their issues. So we are hoping that the speaker will learn from this mistake and always create an enabling environment for the journalists to do their work freely and independently.
And it was a good thing that we kept emphasizing that the importance of the speaker's apology.
Yeah.
You saw how we pressed Vesely until he said sorry, sorry on behalf of the speaker's office. But one thing we should also take into consideration nowadays is, how too deep a journalist go just to get news on people's privacy. Sometimes a lot of people don't want something to go on them. People keep a lot of things private. Like what Vesely talks about, a lawmaker, maybe he's watching something on his phone and a journalist go close to it and then snap the person. These are some of the things people should have their private lives. And it's not just about lawmakers. But I'm not disputing any fight. Like people listened to me yesterday. I said, the journalists, especially those assigned at the House of Representatives, it is their right to record whatever happened. As long as that gate is open in the chamber there, journalists have the right to record, whether before session, during session, or after session. It is their right. Once that gate is, that door is opened, and it is now maybe a closed session, or you can call it unofficial. Once that door is opened, the chamber is opened. The journalists, they have the right to report whatever happens there. But again, we journalists should be cognizant of the fact that people have their privacy. People have rights to their privacy, and people have rights to consent. You can just record anybody because you get recorded, and videotape anybody because you get video or because you get cameras. Nowadays, that's what we do. We do it a lot of times. I've seen journalists and public officials have gotten into conflict or argument because of that, and they went as far as maybe confrontation in a lot of those things happened. If people say don't record me, they have right to their consent, to be recorded or not be recorded. If people say I don't want to talk about this, don't say you public official, you're forced to talk about it. No, somebody have to decide. Say I'm ready to talk about this. I'm not ready to talk about it. Record me or don't. People should have privacy. I mean, we the media should understand that this is also a human being. The person has right to consent and privacy. And new narratives, they tell you let the person consent before you record them. Let the person agree before you record them. Because you carry the recording and the person say, oh, I didn't say or I didn't agree for you to say, and the person get the right to even sue you, Marka.
Yeah.
At certain places, like the chambers, like it's an open place. Okay, you're assigned there. You can record, But certain times, when people think that it is not the appropriate time to talk about certain things, it's good that you let people think through what they want to speak about, go through it, because at the end of the day, that person will face the consequences of whatever.
You could make some kind of comment that you
Mm-hmm.
really didn't plan to talk about only because the journalist just caught you on the web, forced the recorder on you, and you start to talk. You could make comment that could even harm your job, put your own life at risk, and a lot of things. So I mean, I agree with Fatu, and ethically it is right to seek people consent before you can record them, whether on audio or on video. So it is important. What I noticed is that Fatu, a lot of like for example, that particular instance that Vividly cited yesterday, which you just talked about. I mean, I consider that a blackmail because someone is sitting and watching private stuff on a phone. You peeping at a back cam and snap it just to go and say, "Oh, the lawmaker was sitting in session doing this." I mean, that's blackmail in my mind. So that is not right. And journalists, I think we should learn to distinguish our work from what the bloggers are doing. It's becoming to show to me that some journalists are trying to behave like bloggers. Yeah, because some bloggers, most of the time, they thrive on secret information, they thrive on gossips, guessing, and all of that. So that is not journalism.
Just to get the audience attention.
Exactly. Sometimes they even go ahead and post things that you and I know as journalists is not for the public consumption, but they do that to get social media followers, likes, comments, and all of that. And some of them have their pages monetized, so that means that sometimes they generate money. So that should be different from the journalism that we chose to do. So on a serious note, journalists, we are not bloggers. Even though sometimes they say bloggers are journalists because their work is spreading information. But journalists, trained journalists, we are not bloggers. I think we should learn to distinguish our work from what the bloggers are doing. I mean, I've seen this. Sometimes you see that even these official media institutions' Facebook pages, sometimes the reporters just go and put it on anywhere. When certain things are happening, as a journalist, then you know that you could pre-record and filter what is for the public and take out what is not for the public. But no, we just go straight, and then whether there are there's supposed to be viewer discretion, nothing. We just go straight. Sometimes we don't even write caption. So I think we should learn to distinguish our work from what the bloggers are doing. These bloggers, sometimes they are mostly about social issues. They want to know who is doing what with somebody's relationship. They want to see who is dancing on the stage without clothes on. These are the kind of funny things they are following only because they want to get comments, likes, and followers. So that kind of work is different from the work we've chosen to do as journalists. We should learn to know our role and consider ourselves as journalists and not bloggers.
And we should also remember that the peace and stability of this country at some point rests on our shoulders.
Exactly.
Because what we carry now, you go and post something funny and people, start to cause chaos around here. I mean, all of us will be affected from it. We should as well be cognizant of the fact that we are responsible for the peace and stability of the country. So now you come and say on the radio, or you record something else. Maybe somebody was just lecturing about something and you blow it out of context, go and record them. Sometimes people, even in their private spaces, because the men are a lawmaker or the men are so and so person, the person, even in their private space, maybe also walking, you put camera on the person, and then you put it outside. Maybe the person is working with a friend or not. Like they did it recently to Representative Coloba. You was talking to a lady on the road, and people recorded it and people posted it everywhere. I'm sure a lot of bloggers did that, but that is not the work of journalists. You don't just see people and you put cameras on them. People should have privacy. The peace and stability. Now you cause whatever you wanted to cause, if that maybe his wife or somebody who is not understanding, you cause trouble for the men's home. We should know that the peace and stability of this country rests on the shoulders of us journalists. Let's remember this issue of the genocide in Rwanda, right?
Yes.
I think it was as a result of one journalist who sat and just said something recklessly. We should remember that people have their privacy, people have right to consent, and you don't just put the entire country at risk because you want to break the news. Like the new thing these days, we want to break the breaking news, and you just post anything on your Facebook page, just go on social media and just say anything, and then cause instability because you want to break the news. No, this is our country. We should ensure that there is peace and stability, in as much as we have a duty to report to the public, what our heads are doing. But let's know that we have to do it in the best way to have a peaceful and stable nation.
Sure.
Yes, Marka.
Yeah.
We said calls. Do we have a next guest coming? Let's take few calls, and we'll take few calls on this topic about the speakers apologizing yesterday, the speaker's apology, and also maybe you could talk about women's football, the way they beat back, they these days back up, they can beat in it.
Only Barcelona name you don't even know any other club.
What kind of jump they can be beating?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Manigo jump? No, I won't call any kind of drop on you. Okay, let's just say jump. Yeah. So let's take this caller. Good morning.
Good morning, Fatu, and good morning to Marka. I tried calling Marka, but I think probably he doesn't have his number.
Okay.
You're talking to Mr. Raw.
Okay, Mr. Raw.
Listen, you spoke very well, and the point I wanted to make was...
Who is Raw? Is that Marka too?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay.
About the speaker and what happened, right? What he said. You see, what is happening in our country, Liberia... I'm a journalist, right? I went to school for 4 years to be a journalist. There are people who did not go to school for 4 years to be journalists, but they have gone through the ranks and files, so they understand what it takes. And most of our media owners in Liberia are not willing to pay professional people. The issue of sensationalism is what kills this country. And some people who hold cameras, not cameras, they hold smartphone, pretend to be journalists. That's where the problem is. That's why the media is polluted. Today, I'm a journalist, I can say this, we have so many unprofessional people within the media landscape, and that is why we are not respected by even the audience now. People think that when you're holding phone, you can go live on Facebook, you are a journalist, and as a result of that, they don't even go by the ethics anymore. And I just pray that one day the president of Liberia, and that of the Ministry of Information, we have a time. I'm one of those pushing for people to have lessons for, journalism. I mean, some people say it's censorship, but if you have lessons, just like the doctors and the other professionals, you will know how to protect that lesson.
Yeah.
Because if you don't have it, you will not practice. And the way we have come, like Marka was saying, some people think that what they see on social media, like blogging, is the same as journalism. Imagine that you're sitting somewhere and somebody is peeping into your phone to go and report.
Yes.
That's completely out of order. And I want for Liberians to understand that journalists are not above the law. They can be sued. So if anybody invade your privacy calling themselves a journalist, you can sue them. Equally so, the speaker should understand that when you are in the chambers, that place is a public space, not your bedroom, not your house. So you cannot stop people from recording. So whatever you do over there is in the public space. The only thing I will not agree is for someone to peep into your phone. But once you're out there, whether you're cracking joke or not, once you enter the chambers, you are in the public space, and the journalists have the right to report whatever is happening out there.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Marka, and I want us to continue to educate our brothers and sisters. Not because you're holding phone that you can go live on Facebook. You can do anything in the name of journalism. I see some people, like, I don't want to call one of our brothers. He was on live. You caught with the police. You filed with him, asking you for your driver license, and you are there going live, shouting at the police. Oh, I'm a journalist. I'm going to show your driver license and show your document and go, my friend. Not to go live and start making noise. These are issues that are affecting us as journalists. Imagine you go out there, you call somebody, I'm a journalist, but you are the journalist. We are losing our respect because of these smartphone users who call themselves journalists. Yes. And I always say that when I say some people think that I'm against people, no. We need to go back and learn the profession. We need to go back and read. You got to read the ethics of journalism before you hold a microphone or hold phone around here. Sometimes we talk, people think that we are against them. No. I love journalism. I would die as a journalist. And as such, I would not appreciate people being in the field of journalism and doing the wrong thing thinking that they are journalists. And in Liberia, those who carry gossip, those who peep into people's information and put it out there are the ones that we heal.
Yes.
Marka and Fatu, you will go and do all your research, you do all of your analysis. People will not respect you because you're not doing a gossip or you're not speaking for one political party.
Yeah, you're not doing the breaking news.
Yeah, I mean, breaking news is not always the right news. That's what some people don't know. Thank you so much. Have a great time.
Thank you so much. Thank you. 0777 700 995 555 995 995. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. My name is Wilbert. We're in somewhere along the Camp Johnson Road. Thank you for such fascinating topic this morning. To you and your colleague. Look, I want to agree with you guys on the issue of the journalists in this country. And in all fairness, I think sometimes we get confused. For me, I don't want to pretend to be one. But we try to struggle between the bloggers and the journalists. Because it appears every day they are doing the same thing. All right? I want to use the speaker issue as an example. While it's true, some of the way he said what he said wasn't right, but I think he was being clear in terms of this is not an official or sitting, or the section is not being called to order. And sometimes as lawmaker, even in human nature, they will want to have some pocket start discussion, which is not meant for the public. All right, so not for the mere fact that you have a microphone or you have some gadget, it means you just start and pull everything out. It's not being fair. And I don't know what is the PL doing. As soon as you try to poke these corrective measures in place, the next thing you hear, you target in the media landscape and thing. I just don't understand this country sometimes in terms of the way we go about. It's not about which government is in power. What is wrong is wrong. And the people need to, I think we will need a list of journalists. I don't know how we can get that. Let us know who are the journalists, who are the bloggers. Because today you see someone buy their phone, they buy some stamp. The next day, the journalist, as far as we know, they're giving us news. We don't know the difference. All right? That's the thing I get confused. They need to do better. Or the Ministry of Information needs to do better. If you start to do that, the next thing people will start to police and say, they're trying to count down on journalists. The press releases and things, but the people privacy being vague, and no one will say nothing. When you take the necessary actions, then you get people running with whatever negativity. I think it's wrong for the society. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. And like Vesely said yesterday, this is just one of the reasons why he thinks the speaker made such a statement, because the way journalists report issues these days, sometimes we're making the people we're supposed to be running to for news, we made them even scared to talk to us. Like sometimes you're looking for sources, and the sources don't want to talk to you. They'll say the way the journalists are looking this time, the way they can report on stories, me, I like it. I don't want to talk to anybody again before somebody can think that I'm saying so and so thing. We should be reporting the fight, not just because we want to target somebody or because we want to bring somebody's reputation, to public disrepute. I understand, like we said yesterday, we understand that you have the right to record whatever happens there in session, but not to go and peep into somebody's phone when the person is looking into their phone. You don't know what the person is looking at, and you go and videotape them or take a photo of them, like journalists do. Sometimes you see lawmakers telling the journalists, don't record me, please don't record me. And they outside doing something else. You see the person is outside doing their private thing, and the person say, don't record me, please don't record me. And still you keep the camera on them. Just to show what, it's a good thing that the speaker apologized, because whenever a leader believes that he has done wrong, it is a good thing that you apologize, especially with the people who you lead are calling for open apology. Good morning.
Good morning, Sis Fatu.
Yes, let's hear you.
Marka, I'm very Harris and I call from Benson Street.
Yes.
Sis Fatu, my thing with the whole thing is this. Once you are a public official and you are now at home at your house or in your house, and you are in a public space and you think you're not involved with anything sinister, I don't think you should be afraid for people to record you or not. I don't think
that does not make it ethical.
So, what was the violation there in the chambers?
No, I'm not saying there was a violation in the chambers. Once the chamber is open, but before outside of the chamber there, along that hallway, that you journalists are not even supposed to record anybody along that. But within the chambers, when the chamber is open,
the chambers, that's what I'm talking about.
Yes, but like
go on, say what.
Like I said, what Vasily said yesterday about a lawmaker that was looking into his phone, and a journalist went close to him and stopped him looking into his phone, and
was wrong.
Trying to show what the person is looking at or staring at in his phone.
No, that was wrong, Sis Fatu. But on the overall, when you are a public official and you're in a public space, you are at your workplace, I don't see no reason you should be afraid that people will not call you. Once you're not involved with something sinister, something bad, something unlawful, I don't think you should be afraid, Sis Fatu. Because on the occasion, I think the police boss, Greg, has come out and said, whenever we see police anywhere in their uniform, we have the right to record them. So I think it should be on the overall, all public official. When you are not at your home, you're not in a restaurant or somewhere, you're in your workplace, like the capital building, I don't think you should be afraid. That's what for me, I'm a team. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, too. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, your life.
Yeah, this is my road speaker.
Oh,
thank you so much.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for facilitating topic this morning. You know what?
No.
What my extension I've been doing with the speaker issue. This speaker I know him for over a decade. To tell you something, this man is not like that. He is very down to earth man. And he talk. But let me tell you, some of your so-called journalists, that's what you are saying, Fatu. You actually need me to call. They will just take just creep on you. I don't know. But those journalists, you look with the other boys there, they better reset there and so forth. You just call, you have no call here. Then you call, you say you're recording people, you doing this, and the people telling you, say, look, you're not recording me and so forth. Just say, I really have a program because I worked in that place for 9 years. I know what it is. So you gotta get respect. You gotta get people respect. The speaker is not like that. He's not rude, and he's very, very calm, down to earth man. Everywhere he goes, he sees him opinion behind. Yeah? But when some people that do, you can get all about. They say, look, don't look at the place where somebody will fall down. Look at the place where the person will swim their toe. Yeah? Thank you, Fatu.
Thank you so much, Marus. Thank you. Let's hear you. Good morning. Good morning. Okay, we lost that. Let's take this one. Good morning.
Hello?
Good morning.
Hello?
Good morning, you live.
Yeah. Good morning, Fatu, and good morning to Marka Davis.
Yeah.
I am Fatu Command. I joined your while they listen to radio station for one of the ambience of the Unity Party in the Lecture Bureau. I think the issue of the journalistic fee is a very unique fee. And we expect everybody that is involved into this fee or who is part of this fee to abide by the highest standard associated with such a unique fee. But over time, Fatu and Marka Davis, some of all who from the patriotic side of the divide, have realized that there are some people, who found a saying the fear. Some people who are going to the fear are using it to money for other people. And there are other people who are there who understand nothing about the fee, but because of privilege, you are privileged to find yourself in the fee. They are also polarizing the fee, destroying the good image of the unique fee. Look at what happened. Even though the speaker, the uttering use, was a call for, but the matter is a human being, he too, the issue of privacy, everybody is entitled to privacy, irrespective of your status in the society. The people, the words he used, we say were too strong, and we say kudos to him for owning up, to the action. So for apologizing, I think it shows leadership. That was someone who supported him wholeheartedly, on the Bureau of Registration at Side Shop. We were never in error because he living up to he performing up to our expectation. So we want to call on the relevant authority to make sure information and that of the Press Union of Liberia to try to monitor those that are involved into the fee. This is set of standard now. There should be standard because most of those black or the blocker now, the social media style of journalism now is gradually taking over.
Yeah.
So I think there should be a standard set to regulate the particular sector. Yeah, mostly. So thank you so much, for always taking your time, in the morning, coming on the radio to provide undiluted information.
Thank you.
You are doing extremely well. You are a full good patriot. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And I hope maybe you people can start to follow some media institutions that are already doing well when it comes to, providing accurate information, going in depth with the news. And not just going to, you look for one Facebook man who posting every now and then. Sometimes the breaking news can be factual.
No, sure. I will always listen to OKFM because you provide honest and accurate information.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Some people like to follow pages where all the news there will be in their interest. Once this person is posting, everything the person posts will be in your interest. You stick to it. And you don't want to hear anything bad about your interest. So any other page I will provide, whether they're providing the accurate information, you say no, I can follow the one because they won't not posting anything in my interest. I can follow this one. And that's how we start to follow the fake news. We stick to the breakers of the news instead of the real journalist. And then we start to complain, all the journalists are like this.
Good morning, Fatu.
Good morning.
This is Marco from Fiamma USA.
Yes, let's hear you.
Thank you so much, Fatu, to give me the opportunity to speak on the different platform.
Oh, okay, you're welcome.
Johnson, but the speaker. So, we the Liberians,
and some of the journalists, it's a problem for themselves. No party says that you cannot record and your competition is ready to record. Let's record too, the people in our, what we put there in Nigeria, they can competition right. That's why it's working. So do it, then me, they can't choke again. Thank God that, really cool, then apologize to the journalist, that thank God to it. But, on a really cool, people, man, you know, me will follow that. It's everything, you know about human being, you know the fortune of government, so there's something going on. And the something going on, a politician, they got a journalist to record. But there's something not going on. For now, only, no call on the table. It's a man, a friend joking. Yeah, my account, try to put the children together. What you going to call me and do recording? So that thing will be too much. Then I never stop recall me, a type of phone, that president running away. But freedom can't eat. Sometimes what we need people, and we need you, the journalist. It's not a policy, thank God to eat. And thank God to you, the journalist, to welcome the apology. So somebody will be calling you. You must post, you must get needed. That's why I'm choking. I in the one go to where my friend out trying to choke. They're quick. If they all back out there, people man, I tell them to the make money. So they contact to what they contact to Fatu. They're not good. They also want to laugh. They men are all men and too. Yeah, we know that some everybody now had a problem, other two problems. Yeah, you get in our place to cross the road. Yeah, you get that very cool in on it. They put a trap pot and they're going to get stand what you need, the proper 1 minute on that.
Okay.
So that was the general carrying it, but they could though, and they follow going on your record. And I time to choke. My friend, I was joking. Nobody will be calling me to going away. So thank God that you're my people apology. And you have to come your info. Thank you, Fatu. I'll go play the okay family.
Amen.
Amen.
Let's take this call. Good morning. Okay, we lost that. Let's take. Good morning.
Fatu, good morning.
Good morning. I'm fine. What's your name?
And good morning to Marka. My name is Abegail Wuzin, prefers to be called son of Kyoki. Yeah, I'm joining you this morning from a resident in the community. I think yesterday, you guys also spared the media in the office of the speakers.
Yeah.
And Marka asked him one question. Unfortunately for me yesterday, my call did not went through. But the question Marka asked him, if he asked that question more than 2 to 3 times, he did not answer the question because he said he could dodge it and then not give the rightful information. Mother asked me this question. Is it because is regretting his words towards the media? He said it's because not regretting his words, but it's because regretting the manner in which the public are carrying out his statement.
Really? He said that?
He said that for the recording, Fatu, you see the tunes that ground of the legislature, that place is not a place to joke. It's not a place when speaker can leave a house and get in a convoy. His children know he comes to work. His children do not know he came to play or he came to carry on fun over there. Being the term of powerful man in the country and having such a close relationship with the president, making such a statement, I feel that was a threat to the media. The speaker is not sincere of his apologies. The officer speaker is not sincere.
No, you don't. You can't determine that. How do you know? No. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. If somebody says sorry, it's left with them. You don't know that. I mean, emotions. You don't know what they feel.
So Fatu, if I tell you, if I say I'm not saying sorry because of the sake of something, am I sincere of it?
Yeah. He said sorry because of what he said and how he said it.
Yeah, but
You can't determine whether or not he mean it. As long as he said sorry.
But the media man in the office of the speaker said yesterday.
The media man is not the speaker. He was not the one who made the statement.
Yeah, but he's the one who published the apologies.
He said sorry too. Vasily actually said sorry too. And then the speaker said sorry. Even though
Why should you say sorry? My issue here is that the statement made by Vasily yesterday, the speaker should first say, Fatu, before saying sorry on any issue, you should first regret your action. First regret your action before saying sorry.
At the end of the day, he said sorry.
We were expecting sorry because he has probably said sorry. But from my understanding, in the statement made yesterday by the media man in the office of the speaker, this sorry is not sincere. 11 people need to take note on some statement made by people in the public sector.
No, that's not right. We have to let things go. We have to let back home be back home. If somebody does wrong and the person is sorry, you let go. Even you can make mistake. You know, sometimes we cross the line, even unknowing to ourselves, especially when people get angry. Even you get angry and you make some statement. Maybe at the end of the day when you realize that what you said was wrong, maybe as a result of people's action. Sometimes somebody will do something like, it's so bad you get angry and you lose control and you say something bad. But then when you say sorry, somebody should say, oh, you not say sorry because the way he said the thing was so bad. No, we have to let things go. Good morning.
Good morning, Fatu, Kamara, and good morning to Marka.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, thank you so much. My name is Arthur Konowa, and I'm calling from Caldwell. My Fatu, let me say this. You see, journalists can bring war, and journalists can bring peace in your country. And you know that, right? If you can remember the Rwanda situation, where journalists that sparked the war in Rwanda. You see, some of our journalists these days are very unprofessional. Small thing, they will call the person and put, and put on social media. Small thing the person do, and then someone just say they call it fire. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I can always say, hey, when I'm coming up, because we go to school these days, we journalists in school. You say go to the radio, carry news. So I was interested. In fact, one of my elder brother was a journalist going Charles Kono as a read news on your TV. So I was interested. But later on, when I saw our journalism in the country, I felt so bad. Okay, now the speaker apologized. Yes, he did it because he's a human being, and then they want his part to do that. They apologize. I said apologize. But also advise our brothers and sisters in journalism. Like other station, like the FLR station, they get information to the public. It's very bad. They confused in the country. But thank God, thankfully, Liberia these days now, we are mature, in reasoning sometimes. You see, but actually, journalism is a very good work, very good profession. But I'm looking at it bad.
It's a noble profession.
Thank you so much this morning. God bless you this morning, Fatu.
Yeah, it's a noble profession, as a matter of fact. 0777 700 995. We take a few more and call this a day on this edition of the OK Morning Watch. Good morning.
Good morning, Fatu. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank God. And you?
My name is Marka. I want to first of all appreciate you guys for your topic on the discussion. The speaker is a chairman in command.
Can you stay away from your monitor? Okay.
Better now?
Yes, better.
Yeah, I say his speech or his voice is powerful. So whatever thing he says is affect the life of the citizen positively or negatively. So we first of all want to be thankful that he was able to retract his statement, or let's say apologize to the media for his statement that he actually ran against the media community. So we want to be thankful for that.
Okay.
But if it's easy, you're talking about two things. but we are only discussing one because it's about politics.
Mm-hmm.
But what about social life or what about things that will sometimes take away stress and forget about it too much of politics and just relax your mind about sport and things without even discussing it.
Yeah.
So I just lie now and listen to radio. I just smile and say, wow.
Mm-hmm.
We like we love politics to the extent that we just stress our mind too much.
Mm-hmm. Seriously.
Yeah. So thank you so much for the discussion. Thanks to everyone.
Yeah. 0777-700-995, 0555-995-995. We take at least 5 more calls and call this a day. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yes, you're live. What's your name?
Thank you, Sis Fatu. My name is Jenny Smith. I serve as the speaker of the Concerned Motorcycle Movement for about 12 years. The first thing I want to understand is that actually you are in a generation field, and I should I know more. Hello?
Yeah.
You are in a generation field and know more about it. Is there anything in the generation field that tell the journalist or made a journalist limited when it comes to recording in a house?
So what we know is that once the chamber is opened, journalists have the right to record whatever happens there. Before, during, or after session, right? As long as you are assigned there, accredited to the House of Representatives, you have the right to record. You're not supposed to record outside of it. I mean, outside the chamber, maybe along the hallway. You're not. But if someone is like what Vasily talked about, somebody is looking through their phone, you can't go close to the person in that is the person's private life. You don't know what the person is looking at. You don't have the right to go and take the photo of their phone, what they're looking at in their phone, all of that. What do you want to show? I'm sure journalists who are there are supposed to be reporting what is important to the public. What is happening in that chamber that is important to the public, that the public should know about, but not people's private life. Like 2 people talking about their private life, maybe their family issue. Must you go and record that again? Especially when the person say, okay, don't record this. This is my private issue or my family issue. Must you put somebody private issue, bring somebody private issue to life or family issue to Facebook? Sometimes
okay, what there is that the house is for the public, for we the library people. Those that work in the representative should understand that our house is not for them. And anything that goes on in our house is a duty for the public to be aware of it, because it's a personal property for the librarian people. And we, as a librarian, we all can go there to get the information. This is why journalists are there to give us the information. So they should have it in mind that so long you enter in that house, you are in the house for the public, or the place you are is for the public. So you go there to do the work for the librarian people. So maybe sometimes someone have, instead of they doing the right, they discussing the issues, and then they will go on Facebook, be focusing, which of course you should be doing the librarian people thing. So if someone is on Facebook or in our phone, there's a way. Even when the journalist record them and put it on Facebook or show to the librarian people, librarian will analyze it and say, but the men I will say in the house, when you go for a session, this is what you can be doing, this is what you can be doing. So I don't think that in a house recording, I don't think that is wrong.
So what does that change?
No, it tell the librarian people that the people that you voted for.
It's not relevant. This is what we're saying. It's not relevant. Maybe just to bring the person to public disrepute, or just to have the person as a point of discussion. How is that really relevant? What does that change for the country?
Okay,
like somebody talking, yes. Maybe you, let's say you put yourself in a situation. Maybe you went to the chamber and you're discussing a very important or confidential issue on your phone with somebody. Maybe it's really important and it's confidential. And then somebody, only because the journalist, I'm not saying that's what happened. I'm just giving a scenario.
I agree with you.
I'm not saying sometimes we have to know what is really important for the public to know. We should choose between what is really important, what makes the news, But now people profit like
Yes, it's good. But what there is that I see men out being a chimo, be on Facebook or be on the phone.
You don't know what he's on.
I just give you an example, right? On a phone. You put a man in the bank to work in the bank. While sitting there, that man will not be on phone. So if he cannot do it in bank, why should go in session where you sort of be discussing like when people think they on phone? The thing that you go there for is why you sort of discuss. After that time, you go home and do your private business.
So when you enter chamber, you will not even peep into your phone?
Yeah, so when you are in Chimo, you are definitely like people.
You should not even peep into your phone. No, sometimes we have to be rational.
Yes, it's right. We have to be rational.
We have to be rational.
If you are working in a bank, when you continue to be on your phone, so the manager allows you to be on the phone. No, you will not be on the phone. Even if banks they allow for you to have earpiece in your ear, that earpods for you to have in your ear, the bank can allow you. So what the representative should be treating the Liberian people in our phone.
Okay, thank you. That's your opinion, and I can't change that. Let's have this caller. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, you're live.
Thank you very much, Fatu. I've been following the show. My name is Mous Emil Kome. Currently calling you from the area Fendel side of Montserrat. So, Fatu, one thing that we need to know as journalists is the thin line that is drawn between a public space and privacy. You see, even in the public space, there is privacy. Not because you enter the chamber of the legislature, which is a public space, it means everything you see there, you can just start recording. No, there is privacy. If one lawmaker walks from the desk to another lawmaker's desk and begin to whisper something, that is privacy. You cannot go put your recorder there and start recording it. It's unprofessional. You see, like Marka, like you and Marka put it very well. We journalists, we are not bloggers. We are protected by code of ethics. We are protected by our journalist creed, which the bloggers don't have. For the bloggers, they can take everything. All they need is sensation. For us, no. We go beyond that. You know, like you said, somebody on their phone. I've seen it before in the legislature. I will not be specific on which chamber, but I've seen where a lawmaker is on their, WhatsApp, and a journalist is trying to zoom it. And you can't do that. And not because the man is a public official, it means he doesn't have the right to hold his phone. The man who talking over there, when you go to church, you sit in chair, pastor preaching, he can't play with his phone. So because the man is a public official, he has other things that surround his life. He's participating in the debates, yes. But what if your wife texts him and says there's a problem somewhere, so he shouldn't respond to it? Then you say the man should not be on the phone because you elected him. So we journalists should be able to know that line where privacy is, even in a public space, and be able to accord people that right to have their privacy. You cannot be sneaking, recorder under people when it's not time to do that. And what I think I know is when the chamber is open and the lawmakers are in the session, when the session is called to order, we start to record, right? As long as what the man saying is open declaration of whatever can be recorded. But what if the man goes to the man and starts to whisper something while the session is on? It cannot be recorded. Even if you recorded it, say you recorded something very sensitive, you cannot use it for the news. Except maybe you want to confirm what you think you might have heard secretly, and you want to confirm it, then you can go to him and tell him, we noticed blah 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 blah. We want to confirm this, is this going on, and all the kind of things like that. That's how we operate. But we are not, doing that kind of thing. There are times where people want to break into privacy thing, the kind of investigative journalism. You want to do all that, but that's not the place to do it. So journalists should actually know where people's privacy, lie, and where it's time for people to do their thing when they are in public. When is a public official right to privacy is essential at a certain point, we should be able to protect that. I think we need it, and in the Liberian media is training. We really need training. It's something that we should not overlook because every year in this country we lose good journalists. We lose good journalists because the profession does not have money in itself. The radio stations, the television, the newspapers don't pay. So most of the good journalists at the end of the day, you see they run into PR and leave the mainstream. Once they leave the mainstream, then the mainstream get occupied by young people who just have the passion, but they're not really schooled to it. So one call I have for the PUL is to have this regular training of journalists. If you say quarterly, you want to have it called across the entire country, let's do that. Let's work on it. It's very important. Else, we will always find ourselves being embarrassed by those people who have the love for journalism. They think they have the passion but do not have the requisite training, and they enter the place and start to make the field to look like, it is not what it's supposed to be. The speaker was magnanimous enough. I appreciate him for realizing that he had some misstep from the way he spoke. His utterance was, as I said, it was raw. He shouldn't have gone the way he went. He spoke like somebody who, when you sit in that circle, you should exert some diplomatic posture. Even if something is going on that is not right, there's a way you put it that he won't offend the other people. So, but thank God he apologized. I heard people saying the man's apology is not genuine. I don't know how they determine that. But the man said he will jail people, they say they believe it. The man said sorry, they say they didn't believe it. I mean, for that, I don't want to go into that.
We choose what to believe. Like, seriously. The man
thank you so much for the show. I really
Yeah.
appreciate the show this morning. You and Marka, thank you.
Thank you. So before I go, or maybe take any more course, I will just read the journalist creed, and then any other caller can join. So the journalist creed, it says, I believe in the profession of journalism. I believe that a public journal is a public trust, that all connected with it are, to the full measure of their responsibility, trustees for the public, that acceptance of a lesser service than the public service is betrayal of this trust. I believe that clear thinking and clear statement, accuracy and fairness are fundamental to good journalism. I believe that a journalist should write only what he holds in his heart to be true. I believe that a journalist should write only what he holds in his heart to be true. I believe that suppression of the news for any consideration other than the welfare of the society is indefensible. I believe that suppression of the news for any consideration other than the welfare of society is indefensible. I believe that no one should write as a journalist what he would not say as a gentleman. Listen, I believe that no one should write as a journalist what he would not say as a gentleman. That bribery by one's own pocketbook is as much to be avoided as bribery by the pocketbook of another. That individual responsibility may not be escaped by pleading another's instruction or another's dividends. I believe that advertising, news, and editorial columns should alike serve the best interests of readers, that a single standard of helpful truth and cleanness should prevail for all, that a single standard of helpful truth, let's say helpful truth, and cleanness should prevail for all, that the supreme test of good journalism is the measure of its public service. I believe that the journalism which succeeds best and best deserves sources, fears God, and honors men, is stoutly independent, unmoved by pride of opinion or greed of power, constructive, tolerant, but never careless, self-controlled, patient, always respectful of its readers, but always unafraid. It is quickly indignant at justice. It is assuaged by the appeal of privilege or the clamor of mobs, seeks to give every man a chance And as far as law and honest wage and recognition of human brotherhood can make it so an equal chance, it's profoundly patriotic while sincerely promoting international goodwill and cementing world comradeship is a journalism of humanity of and for today's world. So that's it. That's the journalist creed. I don't know if I can take maybe two more calls, and call this a day. But if I can't get any more calls, I would like to call this a day. I've been here alongside Marka David, and we all listen to the journalist creed. Don't write what you cannot say as a journalist. Be cognizant of a lot of things. We have to continue to read this thing as journalists so that we don't put ourselves and others in trouble, so that we understand our roles better, and that we have a responsibility to ensure that this peace we enjoy right now, people call it fragile peace. I don't want to call it fragile, but this peace we enjoy right now can last. Can be long-lasting peace. That's it. It's been on the Friday's edition of the OK Morning Watch. My name is Fatu Kamara. I've been here alongside Marka Davids, and we say thank you to all of those who placed their calls, those who listened, those who followed by means of our live Facebook page. We want to say thank you. And I talk to you when I talk to you because I'm out of here. I'll be back on Monday. Thank you for always listening to OKFM 99.5. I'm out of here.